What up? What up? What up? Strictly Podcast, man. This is episode number 193. I go by Randy Little. I do my best to keep some type of control on this thing. It's me, it's Merritt, it's Sigmund, it's Rocket, and primarily, aside from a couple like recent movie headlines, we are spoiling your first of many, your second, if you read the episode description, your second of many spoiler warnings. If you have not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's practically all we're talking about this episode. So go see Spider-Man, come back, watch, listen. You know, whatever your preferred method of podcast intake might be. But like I said, spoiling in heavy detail Spider-Man Brand New Day. And yeah, I mean, it's a good time. So, as I normally do, over the last couple weeks theatrically, I continuously forget that July 24th had like 0 major releases, right? Like dead in the middle of summer movie season. Like what studio was so scared of the Odyssey that they didn't want to put anything out? Like all of them? I guess that was a dumb question. The weekend of July the 31st, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Upcoming on the 7th of August, Super Troopers 3 comes out. And I did not enjoy 2, so my hopes are not the highest. I'm excited to rewatch the original and Beer Fest, though. And then One Night Only, the new sex comedy from Will Gluck. Because, I mean, come on, bro. Like, this dude made Easy A. This dude made Friends with Benefits. And this dude made Anyone But You. They're good, but he's got his lane. He also made Peter Rabbit and the Annie remake to just to hit us with some curveballs. But One Night Only looks interesting. Sex Purge. That's what it's really called, right? And then the weekend of the 14th of August, The End of Oak Street comes out. And then let me do some quick typing because I know something else comes out. I don't know if it's Insidious. I don't know if it's I know it's not Mutiny with Jason Statham. So just bear with me for a split second. Yeah, longer than a split second. The 14th, my stupid ass, the End of Oak Street. We got Don't Say Good Luck, which is a Happy Madison Netflix movie. Nimrods, I think that's the Green Day movie. And I guess The End of Oak Street is the only major release. So upon my return, squad will be here. I will close with some rhymes, how I normally do every episode. It's Rec League.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
Back at it. Rocket, if you are the first noise to hit on this very first episode, I wanted to ask you off wax, but I'm going to ask you on wax. How clogged and congested is Minnesota with SummerSlam in the city?
I stay away from Minneapolis, but when they come, it's a mess.
Oh, so you wanted in?
It's a mess. It's a mess.
You watched it, though.
You can't even put it like this. I think I heard people going out there before it started. People going out there like 4 hours beforehand because that's how bad it gets.
Huh. So, me and Rocky talked about this thing last episode that I want Merritt and Eric opinion on. It's been over a month now. Seth Rogen was doing an interview and said that Sylvester Stallone only got like 4 legitimately good movies.
Really, man? Why didn't I come across this?
I don't know, but you being the resident old head, emphasis on old. Tonight, emphasis on head. And I know that you a bit. I know that the 80s and 90s action is your shit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
What movies did he say?
I don't think he like listed legitimate movies. Like
So
we
you
was
think you
talking.
only have 3 or 4 good movies?
Like I think legitimately like well-made movies is what he was going at. So like off top of my head, I was like the first Rocky, First Blood, Copland.
First of all, 3 of the Rocky movies are good. I think we would agree, right?
He made like 3 of them. He did. He made 2, 3,
Yeah.
and 4.
3 of them. If he's saying just 3 or 4 total movies, we could that argument alone probably with just Rocky if we wanted to be honest.
Yeah, I
Right?
think every
Yeah, the Rocky series.
Yeah, Rocky,
So then-
not Creed. I think there are 5 good Rocky movies right there.
I wouldn't say I would. The first Expendables movie wasn't trash.
It's
Y'all didn't like the
it's-
first one?
It's mid. It's very mid. I think 2 was the best Expendables.
Yep. Nah,
So would you
same
say 2 is good?
here. Yep. Yeah, good point.
It serves its purpose. That's the thing. Like, good is the subjective, objective word in the conversation. It just
You got
depends on what
Rambo.
you feel like is good.
Yeah, I thought Rambo was good.
The first one he could have been nominated for. First
Okay.
Blood is
Yeah.
amazing.
Demolition Man,
I love Demolition Man.
right?
See, I throw
So I
in
think-
movies. I throw movies like Lock Up that nobody talks about. Cobra.
Right. I thought Lockup was good.
Yeah.
Cobra.
So 93 alone, I think are 2 very well-made movies.
We discovered
Um,
last episode that Rocket is a stop where my mom will shoot guy.
Nah.
No, Cliffhanger and Demolition Man. If you want to talk about well-made movies
Rennie
From a-
Harlan.
from a filmmaking standpoint,
Rennie Harlan
Yeah.
had a run where he was good.
right?
So I think just like off of like basic conversation, not going too deep, we've gotten to about 6 or 7
So Seth Rogen is
Without-
tripping.
Yeah,
without like a huge argument. Right?
Next.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Okay, a recent shit I wrote down. Eric and his head attire. Supposedly, before this Warner Brothers and Paramount thing that Rocket called it last episode, that shit is getting delayed like a motherfucking money about to have waste of money is about to have to be shelled out and shit. Both studios want to do a remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
No. Hold on. Not both want to do a remake.
I'm gonna get there.
Oh, okay.
Warner Brothers wants to do their own thing and have the dude who just did The Mummy and one of those Evil Deads basically direct a Freddy movie. But they're saying it's a remake.
Lee
Paramount,
Cronin.
yeah. Paramount wants to do like Gus Van Sant did and with the permission of the Wes Craven estate and do a shot-for-shot remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm.
I want new Freddy. And I think we brought this up last episode too. It all boils down to casting. I'll watch a shot-for-shot remake. I'll watch somebody do their own thing. It's just, who's Freddy?
I got 2 things. The first thing is, if I wanted to watch a shot for shot of the same movie, I would just watch
Watch that
original.
movie.
to watch the movie. That's the first thing. The second thing is things have evolved, times has changed, technology has changed. So
Facts.
you need to take Freddy and bring him into today's world where he's dealing with things that applies to now.
Mental
We're
health.
not in the 80s no more, right?
Freddy
I
in a
think-
mental health movie actually works.
I think Lee Cronin.
If they
I didn't
make it
watch The
work.
Mummy.
Facts.
Yeah.
I didn't watch The Mummy. Was it good?
I didn't either.
I don't know anybody who saw it.
Nobody's seen
where
it.
the
That's
fuck
the
is
thing.
Nick?
The
I know
one
Nick
thing-
saw it.
The one thing I do know, though, the trailer was scary, okay? What I'm saying is, like, if he has new ideas and he's bringing something fresh to the table, because,
Yeah.
first of all, it's Freddy. He's legendary,
Yeah.
right? So only 1 or 2 things are going to happen either way. Either it's going to hit or it's not. It's no middle. They're going to
That's
love it
it.
or hate it, right? If we're going to do something, if they're going to either love it or hate it anyway, give us something new. We don't need the same thing that we already saw.
Facts.
I'll be honest with you, and I know they had the version with Jackie Earl Haley, like when they try to reboot it. I get
I
that.
like that one.
I do
To
too.
be honest.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna conjure my inner Wesley Snipes. There will only be one Freddy. There's
That's
only ever
always-
gonna be one Freddy, and that's Robert
Robert
Englund.
Englund.
And I'll tell you this right now: is I know Jack Earl Haley's version. Like I didn't mind it. Was it great? Not real, but I didn't mind it. At the end of the day, First Nightmare on Elm Street is on his own level. You know, Dream Warriors. There's a couple in there. You know, whatever. It got too comical towards
Freddy's dead.
as it went on, right? But at that whole universe, because then they try to bring in Freddy, Jason, and all that. It's always going to be Robert Englund, and that's the thing. It's whatever these studios do. It's always going to be a comparison. I get it. I
Right.
get it. And at this rate, with the rights and who's going to do what and how many times, it's getting to the point where certain movies or certain franchises just shouldn't be messed with. Look at Halloween.
Yeah.
Look at Halloween.
Yeah.
It's just the first two, like with Jamie Lee Curtis.
They be messing with Halloween like a loose woman.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like the greatest thing about Halloween was even John Carpenter said it. The first two words, it happened on the same night. Yeah, it's Halloween 1, Halloween 2, but it happened on the same night. And then he tried to go, Halloween 3 season of which Halloween was supposed to be an anthology series.
Yeah.
And when people were like, where's Michael Myers? Oh, then he switched it around and Michael Myers became that icon. We get it.
Yeah.
That happened organically and naturally. I feel like, there's a documentary out there that Eric and I always talk about, Crystal Lake Memoirs,
Mhm.
and it's they basically straight up said it. We ripped it off Halloween.
Memoirs is
It's just-
fancy.
It's just pretty much we took it and put it in the woods.
Yeah.
Also, I just picked up Never Sleep Again. Finally found this.
Oh,
So
good.
I'm-
That's a great doc.
and that's about
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street. And so I'm excited to watch that, but there's certain things that just
Yeah.
shouldn't be messed with. I mean,
But
you could try
I-
it, but I understand studios are trying to make that dollar. I get it, but if you're gonna do this, do it. Get the right director, get the right writers, and you definitely need to get the right actor.
But have you slept since you bought it?
I haven't seen it, so yeah.
Then it's
Let me ask a
bullshit.
quick question for Randy. The Lee Cronin one, that's supposed to be, which one was supposed to be the shot for shot one?
Paramount.
other one.
Paramount.
So that's the one that doesn't have an idea of who the director wants to be.
Yeah, it could be
Yep.
anybody.
Right. Because I have a wish list
Calm down,
of
Bear.
a director who,
A one wish willow list.
because somebody already made, I think, an awesome
Doesn't-
Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
I'm
And
gonna
it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original TV show.
let you go. I don't want to cut you off. I don't
No.
want to step on your toes
It's,
right quick.
no, it's just an idea, but go ahead. I'll mention it.
I was just gonna say, didn't like somebody like Scott Derrickson or somebody or like Mike Flanagan say that they wanted to do Freddy?
I believe it was Scott Derrickson. Flanagan is stuck still in the Stephen King zone.
But I haven't seen all Scott Derrickson
Yeah.
horror shit. But as creepy as fucking Doctor Strange had some moments of, like he could pull that shit off.
Yeah, and even he's the one who did what's the one with Ethan Hawke? Is that him?
Sinister.
Sinister?
I
Is that Scott Derrickson?
think so.
Yeah, that's. But no, going back to my wish list
We
for a
about to
person
find
to
out.
direct a Nightmare on Elm Street. Who is it? Because they already
Now, what
made.
Scott Derrickson did do Sinister.
What show
Yeah.
are you talking about?
I'm talking about. Think about it. I'm gonna save the show. It just went off Netflix. It's a Netflix original show, and it's essentially Freddy Krueger, this character, and I think they did it awesomely.
Black Phone. That's Scott Derrickson
Strange.
too.
Stranger Things. Vecna is fucking Freddy.
When
Is
you
he?
think about if you make it not PG and think about what was in it, the images, how they played it, it's essentially Freddy.
Yeah.
It's essentially They
I
take
mean,
you to
yeah.
a whole new. They
But
called it a
think
dimension,
about-
but that
yeah.
could be a nightmare.
I
Right,
am
that's-
now
that's-
a physical media owner of the said Stranger Things.
Mhm.
Same.
Watch the season with the clock. When they kept seeing the clock.
Hey,
and
Robert
they kept
Englund was
getting-
even in one of those seasons.
right. That was a swerve they did purposely,
You
making
know-
it like he was gonna be.
And they did a good job of making it a timepiece for that time period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stranger Things
The
is dope.
clothes, everything. So I'm honestly not mad at Lee Cronin doing it. I feel like they're in
Yeah.
a pocket where they're doing I hope they just, my only thing is don't make it super biblical and about, like, leave it what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's everybody's problem? Now, sorry to cut you off, Mary. What's everybody's problem? We all saw the trailer for Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I think we all have a similar issue.
I
Probably
think-
why none of us seen it.
The issue is
I
they
wasn't gonna
called
see
it
it
The
anyway.
Mummy.
Yes,
and we
there you
already
go.
in our mind have an idea of what the mummy is to us. That's the truth.
Yes,
If it was something called something else,
right.
I think they
Everything
would have had a better.
So it comes off as a zombie movie,
Yep.
Mm.
an
They said
Evil
there's a
Dead
lot of-
movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard it has a lot of Evil Dead, like was it Rise vibes or whatever the hell it is.
Everything
So,
that I
yeah.
heard motherfuckers react about it was that it just became like another like generic possessed kid thing with some Evil
Yeah.
Dead flavor.
And they just slapped the name on it. 'cause
Yeah.
Because
That's
it's
that's
a
how
popular
it.
name.
Brand
Yeah.
recognition.
Yeah.
There we go. But
I do agree with Rocket that some things shouldn't be touched. But then like when he uses like Halloween as a like example, there was some very good Halloween movies that were done though, right? So it's not
Yeah.
like it can't be. And the same thing with the Child's Play. There has been some very good Child's Plays that's been done. Even in the TV show, there's some seasons where I was like, "Oh, okay, we back."
mhm.
Right? And then, but the problem is, like Halloween, they got to the third movie, they blew it. Like the Child's Play show, they got to a certain season, they blew it. Right? So it's like these things weren't bad being redone. They just wasn't executed the way they should have
Yeah.
been completely. You know what I'm saying? So if someone can take Nightmare on Elm Street and execute it and finish it the way it should be, I wouldn't have no complaint. But I do have the same worry as Rocket. Is like somebody's gonna take it, they're gonna get our hopes up, and then they're gonna blow it like they've done everything else.
And Merritt, I
Yeah.
think you said it best from what I was trying to explain is it's, at the end of the day, you want to remake Nightmare on Elm Street. If it's terrible, we still have we could always go to the original.
Facts.
If it's great, it's like the Halloween franchise. You have these different alternate universes of it. The thing is, it's some of these franchises are like a rubber band. It can only stretch for so long until it snaps. And I feel like the Child's Play series, first season was fantastic. I enjoyed it. Second season got a little kooky, and I haven't even seen the third season yet. But I heard it's just not good.
It's
It got bad,
crazy.
Rocket.
I'm
It
gonna
got
watch
bad, bro.
I know, and that's the thing is like I'm gonna watch it just because I gotta finish watching all this, the whole thing, and I already know what I'm in for to a degree. But sometimes there's so much you could only do with that material, and it's supposed to last only so long. And I think a lot of these franchises, hey, it's the IP, it's Chucky, or it's Halloween, or it's Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street, or it's Jason and Friday. They try to stretch it along and long, like, because it's going to make money. The first couple, all right, but then like Scream. Here's a great thing. First one was good. Second one wasn't bad. Third one was
Slender.
The fourth one, they brought it back solid. It lay dormant for a couple of years, and then they rebooted it again. But they brought back some of the older cast, the original cast, and integrated it. Scream, 6, 7, solid.
17.
Now we got 8, and 8 was a shit show. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's sooner or later, you could only do so much with that character or the storyline.
Well, what I think the real issue is a lot of testing the water, right? And what I'm saying is like, take obviously the Halloween trilogy, the last one, right? They obviously knew what they wanted to do with the first movie, the first and the second one. I don't think they knew what they wanted to do with the third movie until they had to figure it out, right? And so there's a lot of testing. I think they did the same thing with the Chucky show. Like they put out the show did really well. Then it was like, oh, we got to figure out what we got to do from here. I think what they need to do, especially with the legendary characters and the legendary movies, come out with a whole complete, like figure out a whole complete plan, story, start to end before you announce it to the people. Like, don't say anything. Come out with the whole start to finish. Season 1 of Chucky, we doing this. Season 5 of Chucky, we ending like this. This is what we're doing. We don't wait to see if it gets popular to figure out what you're gonna do. Like from Nightmare on Elm Street right now, they should be figuring however movie they want to do, 4 movies. If their plan is 4 movies, they should figure out the whole plan for all 4 movies before they get their fans' hopes up that they're going to do it. Yeah. And then go from there. Because if you put out the first movie to see if people accept it, and then they do, and then you don't have a plan for the second movie, that's when you run into problems.
Right. It's like George Lucas, how he did the original Star Wars trilogy. He had all 3 movies. He had that whole story written out. He just broke it into 3 parts.
At the very least, he had an outline. Yeah.
He broke it into 3 parts.
And it's possible, and it is very possible that you have to win the fans back, where the first movie may not do as great as you want it to, or it might not be a blockbuster, but you get a little more in the second movie, and that movie takes off, and then you have something. It might not be the first movie or the first season that does it. You may have to develop that fan base again. So putting everything on whether the first one is so successful or not, I don't think it's the way people should be looking at things.
And the funny thing, talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, it got so popular. I think it was on Friday nights or on Saturday nights. I think it was Saturday nights around midnight. They would play.
Yeah, in syndication, they had the TV show Saturday nights. Where I lived at, it came on after the Apollo.
Yeah, it was called Freddy's Nightmares, and it was dope. It was dope.
But let me ask y'all this: which is y'all favorite Nightmare on Elm Street sequel? I'm gonna go somewhere. So, Randy, who directed Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3?
Rennie Harlan?
Nope, that's Part 4.
By Rennie Harlan, I meant Chuck Russell.
Yeah, so there's a little segue for Chucky Russell. R.I.P. Chuck Russell.
Don't segue on my podcast, fool. Nah, he got some hits. He did The Mask. He did Eraser. He did some shit. Scorpion King.
Yeah, and he did one of the greatest underrated horror remakes, in my opinion, The Blob.
Mm-hmm.
I think from 88. Was that 88? I think that was 88. Right.
With Shorty Smith and Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon. And yeah, I love that movie.
I just want to double back to Scream 8.
Shit, Joe.
Who was the killer in Scream 8?
There's a Scream 8? What are we talking about?
What happened?
I didn't know Scream 8 came out. I'm fucking with Rocket.
No, he said Scream 8.
Yeah.
Scream 7. Well, Scream 8.
Man.
Well, anybody could be the killer in Scream 8.
Yeah.
Like every fucking...
Going the way they going, yeah. They won't probably know.
Did we all see the Jumanji trailer?
Yes. Yeah.
And it looks fun.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah, they're gonna...
Mm-hmm.
Did you know The Rock could sound España? Now, before we hit on Brand New Day, I don't think, man, like, the only real major, like, Comic-Con news is just 2 things that I want to hit on right quick from Marvel.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider? How do we feel about Sean Levy directing? Because I think, like, I just need to see a trailer. And, like, I was talking to somebody yesterday about Sean Levy is my reservation. I don't know if he's tonally gone like Ghost Rider Dark, but I guess directing some episodes of Stranger Things, maybe he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he can definitely do it, yeah.
I think Ryan Gosling is going to be dope. as Ghost Rider. I think, do we know which one he's been yet? Do we know? Because
Nah,
I don't know if they've told us.
they
yet.
haven't
which,
said.
Not
I
the
could.
Savagery.
I don't think he's
I
Johnny
could-
Blaze.
Why? That's the one I was thinking he would be most fitting to be as Johnny Blaze, because I think that Ryan Gosling's personality fits the Johnny Blaze personality a lot. They
Right.
actually, because I was going to say, I actually think he'll be a better Johnny Blaze than he would be Ghost Rider. So I could see that parallel.
But it's like
I
something something we gonna get into later about Brand New Day. I want the MCU to treat being Ghost Rider the way that me and Merritt was talking about something in Brand New Day. We'll get to that shit. Also, David Johnson from Alien Romulus, from The Long Walk, is the new Black Panther. I think Secret Wars is going to shake up some timelines, and the kid that we saw at the end of Wakanda Forever in the new MCU is just, however they explain it, going to be a grown-ass man, and just off 2 movies. Like, I love this casting.
I honestly was shocked. I thought it was going to be Damson Idris.
Yeah, everybody
Get it?
wanted to be
He was
him.
a
That's
popular pick.
Yeah.
Marvel
I thought that was-
Marvel played the game with that. They let those rumors go. They exploited them. They had fun with them just for attention.
I think he'll
I don't
pop
know.
up, but
I think
maybe just not
the
in Black
kid.
Panther.
I think the kid that they hired, long run, is going to do wonders for that position. I think Damson would be great as a. We got Damson, and everybody's going to be excited short term. And he is a great actor. It has nothing to do with that. The only problem is Chadwick Boseman, when he became Black Panther, he had done a lot of great stuff already, but a lot of people wasn't on him like that until he was Black Panther. If we being honest, when Chadwick Boseman became Black Panther, he became everybody's, Black Panther, right? Prior to that, he had done a lot of 42. He had done a lot of great things before that, but he hadn't popped as like, oh, that's
Right.
Chadwick Boseman yet. This kid, Damson we already see him as Franklin, right? Like, he's a big deal. Snowfall, he's a big deal already.
They ain't watch no Snowfall.
Who didn't? Y'all didn't watch Snowfall?
Oh, we know about him. Come on, his famous brick by brick speech.
First of all,
They ain't seen no
I need y'all to go and watch Snowfall. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. That's the first thing. First of all, it's one of the greatest shows ever created. So that's that.
Created by John Singleton.
Yeah.
But with that said, there's people who's gonna never not see him as Franklin, right? That's just a thing. This kid, he shows up, he becomes Black Panther. That's who he is to the audience. Because a lot of people didn't see The Long Walk or didn't see, the other things he was in. Or if they did see him, it wasn't like his premier role, right? So I think they did the right thing by going to get someone whose name. Plus, I've been saying this too, Marvel is doing the thing right now where they want to go get younger, cheaper actors because Robert Downey Jr. became too expensive, Chris Evans became too expensive, Chris Hemsworth became too expensive. Now they need to go get younger talent that they don't have to spend as much money on. Damson is going to cost a lot. Let's just be honest. He's going to cost a lot. And this younger guy is not going to cost them as much. So some of it is business too.
Until that sequel come around.
Yeah, and they'll deal with it. Yeah, deal with it then. There's a little. There's another thing with Marvel that kind of came out to a certain actor made an announcement, and we already knew what it was. With Mahershala Ali talking about
Man.
he made a quote about Blade. He says, "This company is what it is," and he said, "If they wanted to make the movie, they would have made the movie."
Facts.
And think
But
he's
it's not.
absolutely right.
Marvel looks really bad right now because it's not just him. Because the Blade news came out, then they canceled Wonder Man,
Bruh.
and then they never
Is it?
planned to make Ironheart 2 when they left it on a cliffhanger. There's been a lot of stuff coming out about Marvel
it's
and
looking a
what the
certain
black
way.
actors and actresses are happening.
Yeah, looking a certain way, definitely.
Also, like, I think it goes both ways in that because I guess at early stages they had a script, and you got to respect Mahershala Ali because he's a 2-time Academy Award winner.
Right.
He has full. They had a script in the beginning, and he read the script, and it wasn't up to par. So, for them to go to that, just make some tweaks, give us notes and all that, to go to where they went through numerous writers, numerous directors. Like, he was announced 7 years ago.
Yeah.
7
Should have had a
years
trilogy
ago.
by now.
And think about
They're gonna make one movie.
think about him and where he was in his career 7 years ago compared to what his name is now. He's gotten too expensive. They're not going to say it.
Yeah.
They killed off Robert Downey Jr. on purpose. Robert Downey Jr. got too expensive. They killed him off on purpose.
But you know what? The deal was already...
Then they went through this dry spell. Well, dry spell. People's on Marvel. They brought him back for shock value. They killed him off, though, because he was expensive. The Jonathan Majors thing, okay, Jonathan Majors got in trouble, but something else happened in between Jonathan Majors getting in trouble. And when they hired him, he became super famous and super popular and super expensive between that time period. And they saw a way out and they took it. That's what happened. Marvel is trying to pay cheaper actors to do the same job. That's all it is.
But they not marketing Ironheart. They not marketing Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah.
They dumping multiple episodes on the same day. Yeah, Wonder Man, one of the dopest fucking seasons in
creative
recent
shows they
years,
had,
bro.
right.
Announced the season 2 and then pulled the Dexter Original Sin and fucking canceled that shit months later. They foul with the black properties.
Yeah.
And listen, and Ironheart, people were so excited about Mephisto, and Ironheart, they finally gave you Mephisto just to cancel it.
Yeah. I just hope that they bring these characters back.
They won't, but
in a different way. Because, the thing about Wonder Man, which I thought was fantastic, that was supposed to be a limited one-shot season. It did so well, like, people enjoyed it, that they announced a season 2. And then, they reneged on it and said, no, we're not doing that. They canceled it. Randy, shut up, man.
You don't want to say
it. Right? So the thing about it is I feel like some of these companies and studios...
We can't be talking about black properties and you saying words like that, dog.
He said you were like... But no, check it out. You're absolutely right. But... And it's another thing. I want to go back to the Blade thingy. It got so far, I guess one script that they locked in, it got so far that Ruth Carter actually started making the costumes for it, and they canceled it and then repurposed it for what movie?
Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners. But
damn,
did she win that Oscar? No, she didn't. She didn't win that
which
one.
Looked really good.
Yeah.
Right? And then we can't forget.
Yeah.
Armor Wars was also another thing that was supposed to happen. That's completely new, right? And then to cancel Armor Wars was supposed to be where we got to see Ironheart again. You think about how important War Machine and Ironheart is in terms of continuing what happens after there's no Tony Stark. It's like, Marvel, what are y'all doing? It just don't look good.
They don't know.
It looks terrible.
It doesn't look good.
Where's Rhodey? We haven't seen Rhodey. They made a joke out of Rhodey, right?
Yeah.
They made. We haven't seen Rhodey, if we're being honest, since Iron Man 2. The real Rhodey, he's been a Skrull ever since then, right? So,
yeah,
it don't look good.
Like Rocket said, he made a joke earlier about we got an awesome extended cameo from Wesley Snipes returning his blade in Deadpool and Wolverine, and I know the fans they loved it, so it was obviously a demand for him. It's just, but I think Marvel, I don't even think it's not with Mahershala. They locked in whatever deal they did when he went to him 7 years ago. People forget Mahershala went to Marvel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that kind of has something to do with it. It's probably ego or something like, oh, we didn't have the idea, so this is some nice press. We'll roll with it for as far as we can. But it's just that's a
D23 in 2 weeks. Here come Damson Idris's Blade.
Yeah, it's now, but whatever. Yeah, they dropped the ball. Whatever the reason is, it's stupid. Whatever the reason is,
it's just a lie, and not to be that guy, but not recasting T'Challa is part of that too, because that their fan base that wanted, and I'm not saying everybody wanted it, but there is a huge fan base of people that wanted T'Challa to be recasted. So they're now like, this is another thing that y'all did to us. I'm not saying that's how we feel, but there's an audience of that, right? That's like, y'all did this to us first, and now we got all of these. They're stacking these things, right? Like, these are a lot of things that don't look right when it comes to our black characters and black actors. You know what I mean? So
So basically, the only thing Mahershala did as Blade was two things. Yeah.
Did he do What If?
He did. It was the Marvel Zombies.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He did.
He did the Marvel Zombies, and the other one was a voice cameo in the Eternals.
Eternals post
Yep.
credits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they teased it. They made it a thing.
Yeah,
they made it a thing.
They seemed to be dedicated to it, but yeah.
Have we all seen Spider-Man?
Which one? Yes.
I've seen them all. I don't know which one we.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes, definitely.
Rocket?
Yes.
So if you listening, if you watching, and have not seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, turn this shit off, go watch it again, and then come back and kick it with us. Because everything is on the table.
I mean, by the time this comes out, everybody's seen. He's gonna be watching this
in the whole wide world. The thing that the way that I want Ghost Rider to be treated, before I forget and we don't talk about it, the way it's time for whoever's writing to stop treating Hulk like a burden. Every single Mark Ruffalo version of the Hulk, even in the Incredible Hulk, he was like trying to be avoided and shit. The Battle of New York, that's my secret. I'm always angry. He just hulked up. It was a suit. Start treating the Hulk like he's just battle armor. Banner needs to fight, Hulk up. The fight is over, go back to Banner. But with that said, this is the best the Hulk has been since Ragnarok.
I think this is the best the MCU Hulk has looked like aesthetically since Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
I thought he looked really good in the first Avengers movie. I did. I thought, and even the scene where Randy is talking about where he was like, "That's my secret. I'm always angry." And the way I thought he looked good in the first Avengers movie, man.
Yeah,
smashing people on buildings. Like, he looked good in the first Avengers movie. I think. I do think that they got back to something. I told Randy this. Marvel has a lot of contradictory writing when it comes to some characters. For instance, Hulk, right? In this movie, she played in his mind. She couldn't control him. He became Hulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he becomes Hulk. He's destroying stuff. He says, "No girl, no no Spider, whatever he said, no Bruce,
no Banner,
just Hulk." He becomes Hulk, right? Then, if the Hulk feels like this, why did he go back to being Banner? And then Banner's in the thing talking about did I hurt anyone? Blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, just let him be Hulk for a minute. Like, Hulk took back over. I don't feel Hulk just gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back in.
Because
You know what I mean?
It contradicts Ragnarok, where he say if he Hulk out again, he may never come back.
Right.
It's a lot of contradictory in the writing when it comes to him
Yeah.
specifically, because I feel like they don't always know what to do with him when he's the Hulk.
In the Shang-Chi post credits, I think he was either in a sling or he had the inhibitor already.
Right. Yeah, he's in a sling in that post credit
from Endgame.
I wonder if a lot of that has to do with the rights issue. Like they just don't know what to do with him because they could use him as a co-star in a movie, not the lead, because Marvel has the rights to him, but they don't have the distributing rights, which is what
the
Universal
solo
has.
movie. Yeah.
Just fuck around,
solo,
work some shit out like you did with Sony, and make Hulk movies with Universal.
But I think with Universal, the problem is
They're stupid.
They get first rights.
Bingo.
They get first rights and all that.
Yeah.
So whatever. Imagine you make a $250 million movie or $200 movie.
I can make a $200 movie.
No, a $200 million movie.
Yeah.
And yet the studio making it, and then the other studio just gets half of that off the top. That's the problem.
100 million?
They get off the top. Plus whatever, there's a cut involved. So that's the problem. That's why they don't want to do anything with Hulk or try to work something out with Universal.
I get that,
So
but if he, based on the story that's being told, right? If Bruce Banner has been containing Hulk this whole time with this inhibitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got the inhibitor on. He's been contained this whole time. Now, from a business standpoint, what you're talking about, Rocket, this is a Spider-Man movie. It's not Spider-Man versus Hulk. It's a Spider-Man movie. He's already in a co-position no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And whatever they decide to do next won't be a Hulk movie either. He'll still be in a co-position. It won't be a Hulk movie. So these things are not issues anymore, according to that, right?
Yeah.
So if in the movie, if you're writing the Hulk and you're saying no more Bruce, no more girl, just Hulk, and he turns, right? Just from a writing perspective, he does what it would have made more sense to me for Hulk to do whatever it was he was going to do and then to run away, like to escape, like he did. What movie was that he decided to get in the Quinn jet and just go away
Ultron.
or whatever? And then because in that movie, I was like, oh, this is what he's going to go do, the whole Planet Hulk thing or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I thought he was going to do. So in this movie, it didn't make sense for him to just go back to being Banner and then Banner being all
But I think
like, it's like
Peter
he should've stayed
triggering like his memories or whatever. This is just what calmed him down.
Mm-hmm.
right.
It's
But it didn't
it's your
make him
friend
turn.
Peter. Bruce, it's your friend Peter.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like Marvel likes to take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back all the time.
I just feel like Marvel, like they've made, I think, their money getting some of these characters back and all that. Just Universal, what will it take for us to get our character Hulk back? And just do it that way.
They can
Do it
afford
that
to
way.
buy them out now, if we're being honest.
Because I'll be honest with you, Universal ain't doing shit with the Hulk.
No.
Think about it. They're not doing nothing with the Hulk. Yes, they get a little cut out of this because, but at the end of the day, they're not doing nothing with the Hulk.
It was
So, I mean, you might as well just,
875 million worldwide.
that's it.
Really?
That's it. That's terrible.
Oh man, yeah. Let's mention how the Marvel Studios trolled everybody. Had everybody
355 million domestic.
domestic. Wow,
Randy, what site do you use to see that?
it's Box Office Mojo or
That's what I
Twitter.
got. That's what I got.
I'm on the
Yeah,
Discussing Film page on Twitter.
discussing film.
That.
What do we all think of it?
No, but Brand New Day.
Yes. Don't be talking about no Pennywise shit.
So, I want to mention how they trolled everybody. At Marvel Studios, they had us thinking something was it, but it wasn't. It was just like a blink and you miss a thing in the actual movie when Spider-Man was jumping towards the hand and we were thinking it was some type of there's somebody else there at the bottom.
I'm
toward
glad they're doing that. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that people like that these studios are now doing stuff like this, because these review YouTube pages and Instagram and Twitter, they are going way too far with this, thinking they know everything about everything that comes out, and we're spoiling this. Daredevil is also in this show. No, he's not. Stop. I'm glad they're doing stuff like that, because it makes these places that saying they know everything look stupid at the end of the day. I'm glad that's happening.
Merritt,
It's
I'm with you.
annoying, bro, that people are like really, because at the end of the day, this is how these people on YouTube or whatever are making their money.
Yeah.
And they're getting on YouTube and they're saying anything to make a new video every 5 minutes. There's people that's taking trailers and making 25 videos on breaking down these same trailer. And the trailer's only 2 minutes. How you get 25 videos out of 2 minutes and they're doing every day. I come up with a new theory. You're wrong, bro.
Yeah.
So at some point, the credibility of these people are starting to look really bad. And they've already started it with Doomsday. Oh my God. You go on YouTube, they on Doomsday, they done figured out the whole movie. And then in the Spider-Man movie, all the trailer that we saw was pretty much in the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie. These people are predicting whole movies, and then we're seeing the movies, and they only saw the montage from the very beginning.
Some swerves are good.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
When
I'm happy that's happening.
When Spider-Man and MJ are like on that rooftop, like me and my boy at work was like, oh well, that's where she's gonna remember. Da 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 da. That wasn't even her.
Yeah,
They played that beautifully.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm glad they're doing that, man.
I love when my theories are wrong.
And they're in Doomsday. In Doomsday, not to be talking about that already, but in Doomsday, they're finding empty spaces in videos and saying, that's such and such and such and such. Bro, just wait and see the movie, man.
Just chill out.
I can see in the air. That's Dr. Doom.
See, but the thing is, this is what have we been taught for the most part? Like, and let's forget the movie. Let's go on the comic book runs when they do these runs. Comic book run starts. Yes, you have some sad parts, some down parts, but the comic book always ends 95% of the time. Happy ending. Here, that scene at the rooftop, that's what everybody in the world wanted. Them to remember him, and the way they played it. First off, you got to give props to Zendaya, how she played it as an actress. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
He's been acting great, man.
She's playing MJ, but at that moment, she had to play Jean Grey. By the way, these are spoilers. Jean Grey.
They've already been warned. They've already been warned.
Two different characters. Like 1 minute she's playing MJ, and just like that, she's Jean Grey. That's crazy. Also, I love how they played it, because in real life, this is shit that happens in real life. And you had Tom Holland, Peter Parker, thinking, she remembers me, and he lets out his emotions and all that, to find out no, this is not even the person who you thought you were sharing this moment with.
Mm-hmm.
And they just played that beautifully. And the thing is, you went from everybody being happy to a blink of an eye. Everybody's back down to, sad, and it's heartbreaking. People got heartbroken, all that. But it's just the way they played that scene out was fantastic.
I told Randy though. Go ahead, Randy.
Nah, go on.
No, because I told Randy that the reason why I love that so much is because Spider-Man Peter Parker made a mistake. He broke his promise to her, right? He broke his promise to her, and that's what happens. That was the repercussion of him. Remember, in the movie, he told her, this is what's going to happen. You're going to forget me, right? You're going to forget me. But I promise you, I'm going to come. I'm going to find you. I'm going to make you remember, right? He told her that. Mm-hmm. When he actually did it, he didn't do that. He decided to become a loner and just be Spider-Man. And he waited 4 years, right? And in those 4 years, she evolved. She became somebody else. She met somebody else. She became a different person, right? If he would have kept his promise and told her from the beginning, him, her, Ned, they probably could have reconciled the thing, right? He could have fixed it. But because he didn't keep his promise and waited too long, she did. She completely was over. She's like, I'm not even that woman no more. That ain't even who. She's not even that kid anymore. She's a grown woman who's graduated from MIT. You know what I mean? So that was like Peter Parker's repercussion from not keeping the promise that he had made, you know, prior to that, which I thought was dope. I thought it was dope that they completely played that story out. And I thought it was dope the way Zendaya, who I'm just going to say this really quick. At one point, people was just saying she was this Disney created child actor that they're pushing through. Zendaya has been acting, bro.
Oh, she's legitimately becoming a great actress, right?
She is that. She and her look, how popular she is, or whatever. She is very much to me the Halle Berry of like right now. She is to me. She's legit that. But this movie to me was incredible. And I want to say this, bro. I'm sick of comic book movies are based off comic books, right? Comic books was for nerds, okay? Comic books was for nerds. Y'all made fun of nerds for liking comic books, okay? So comic books stories are quirky, okay? They're quirky. The characters are made up. The characters do irrational stuff. It's not going to be super realistic. It's made off of comic books that y'all made fun of nerds for liking for a whole time. Us nerds that are talking about this, that like it, and that's going to the movies and saying these movies are great, y'all complaining that such and such character is too quirky or Ned is too corny or blah, blah, blah. It ain't for y'all. It ain't for y'all. So stop saying y'all don't like Spider-Man movies or Avengers movies or Marvel that fell off. Stop. Oh, y'all have they didn't really need the Hulk and they didn't really need Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie. No, they didn't. But you know what? When we were kids and you went and bought a comic and you opened it up and you saw Hulk with Spider-Man or you saw the Punisher with Spider-Man, as a kid who was a nerd, you was hyped for that. You was hyped for that. And as an adult nerd who grew up with comic books, it don't change for me. I am never complaining that I went to see Spider-Man movie and I saw the Punisher, the Hulk, and Jean Grey with them. I'm not going to complain about that. So shut the hell up. Just wanted to get that off.
First of all, Hulk is arguably one of the most important characters in the movie because he's not making an inhibitor and locking in on his elevated powers without that shit. And then Jean Grey was the one. You gonna be Spider-Man? You gonna be Peter Parker? Bitch, I'm both. And then he locked the fuck in.
Yeah.
And Punisher gave him the real talk, big brother conversation that he needed to do what he needed to do. Listen.
Bringing up that Staten Island bullshit.
Listen, everything was done for a reason. It's just people find any reason
to complain,
to have something to complain about.
Yeah,
I don't. This whole that the hate Marvel train, Marvel has fell off thing that people are still on. I just want y'all to know that Marvel has done Thunderbolts,
fire,
Fantastic Four,
fire,
Punishers, a Punisher season,
fire,
2 X-Men 95 seasons,
fire,
Daredevil Born Again seasons,
fire,
Echo, What
fire,
If,
fire,
Deadpool and Wolverine,
fire,
and now Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Fire.
Marvel ain't fell off of nothing. Y'all just don't know what y'all like, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what y'all like.
And you also forgot Wonder Man.
Fire.
And Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't know what y'all like. Now y'all just think it's cool to complain.
Punisher,
they dropping fire. Y'all just don't know what y'all looking
Punisher
at.
sounded like a straight gorilla in a hospital room, though.
Yeah.
I like what they did with John Bernthal in the sense of they had to tone him down a little bit, but
he was still him.
But yes,
he was still
him. I mean,
Punisher proves
language-wise, they learned every
Punisher proves that an
PG-13.
R-rated character can work in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
Absolutely. Also, I don't know if you guys caught this. You know, I know I caught it since I'm 98 years old, the way Randy puts it. So, like, the opening scene with all the different villains, those were me growing up, and I don't know if you caught this, Eric, if you read, I know you read comics. Those were covers. Those were covers of the comic
Eric,
books.
you're old too.
Like, right?
Randy,
Those are covers of, I think, 4 comic books they did, which was dope. How they incorporated those scenes, those cuts, and you could tell because they slowed them down.
Yeah,
so people could recognize that.
They did the Tombstone one where he hung him off the cliff. They did the Scorpion one, and they did it throughout the movie too. Because even the scene, because I saw a lot of people talk about the scene where the little kid does the Spider-Man thing or whatever, and they were saying, "Oh, that's Miles Morales." No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That was one of the covers for a Spider-Man comic book where the kid was sitting on somebody's shoulder and he was doing this, and Peter Parker did it back to him. That was a cover. They did a lot of the her being on his shoulder with her head down is a cover. So they did a lot of covers throughout the movie. And they did a really good job, man.
Yeah.
They did a really good and I like the throw off that she was looking for VMAX or whatever this whole time.
Yeah,
that was dope because the whole time I was like, man, VMAX must be something crazy. I can't wait. And then like with the reveal, I was like, oh, that is crazy. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So I thought that was dope. I thought that was dope that they had us on this journey this whole time to look for something and then to get that reveal and it being
the last thing that her sister saw.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean,
and another complaint that I've been seeing a lot is people saying, I don't like Jean Grey like this, and why would you do this? And I think people tend to forget. First of all, she hasn't gotten to the X-Men mansion yet, so she hasn't been trained. She hasn't gotten with Professor X yet, so she hasn't learned to control her emotions and stuff like that. But I think that people also forget that in the comics, Jean Grey is a character who's always been a little irrational, and she's always been a little bit on the edge because even before she knew it, the Phoenix Force always lived in her. So she's always kind of been a little irrational and a little on edge. Bro, she was going to kill Scott Summers because he thought she was cheating on him with another version of her. Like she's always been, but if you don't know, and if you didn't read the comics or you haven't watched, because that was in, I think that part of it was in the X-Men animated series where he got another version of her. He was having a baby with another version of her, and she got the real her eventually came back. That might have been X-Men 97 season 1 that they showed that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about
familiar.
They did do that. But this whole Jean Grey would never do this and blah, blah, blah. It's like, y'all didn't read comics and y'all didn't watch the animated series. Y'all don't know. Y'all just saying stuff.
You're going to ride for your family, too. Punisher's whole quest is because his family got murdered. She's just Punisher that can jump in your brain.
I said this on Threads. I say y'all hate Jean for irrationally looking and avenging her sister, but love Scarlet Witch for doing the exact same thing. Exact same thing. Scarlet Witch did the exact same thing, and y'all loved her for it. But y'all hate Jean Grey. You just replaced her sister with kids, and it's the same story.
But you hit on the head, Merritt. I feel like, okay, Fox did the Fox X-Men. Fantastic. Okay, great. People need to realize that version of Jean Grey, she was a grown woman. She's us as people, we evolve. And I think people have it in their head like, this is how Jean Grey is on the screen. This is how she is. So now them seeing this version.
People are stupid.
Remember, this is the version of her as a kid. Eventually she's going to get to that. But this is her as a kid. And with the multiverse, remember, there's different variations of these characters. And I think people want both worlds, but they don't know how to visualize it themselves in their minds and how this is going to work, because this is a younger version of Jean Grey. Okay. That said, she's going to get to that Jean Grey that we all know eventually, or maybe this version may get somebody similar to that, but not exactly that. And like you were saying, we don't like this version. Remember, everybody had, like Harry Potter. Yeah, great wizards teaching them, but they had to start from somewhere. Right. She has to start from somewhere.
Shit is
They just
boring
microwave
if you get your
society, bro.
if you get your fully formed, realized version, your perfect ideology of what you want a character to be in every fucking version, you gonna call the shit boring. You gotta let motherfuckers
Yeah.
grow and evolve.
And you notice they
Yeah.
did that there by, like, when they captured her and she realized what VMAX was, when she realized that anger in her
Yeah.
unlocked something. They helped her unlock, because remember, she could only jump so many feet, 33,
And then she
34
had the whole
feet.
city on lock.
She had the whole
Yeah.
city unlocked after that. Like, they unlocked that, like, that right there. It shows that she's only scratching the surface of her powers.
Yeah.
But we're in this microwave society where everybody wants everything to be what it's going to be right now. We
Fuck
got to
that.
get past it.
Mhm.
And also, while everybody's talking crazy, Marvel is also developing Spider-Man, Punisher, Jean Grey as being able to work together in the universe. They're rebuilding teams. They're rebuilding, like, team development for future big Avengers movies and such. Quietly, the way
Yeah.
that we wanted it done. They're doing it
And don't
quietly.
forget Elena.
And they're like, oh yeah, she was. Listen, she was a great add to this movie. Comic relief. She was
Yeah.
awesome in this movie. I think.
Very educational about potatoes.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was telling Randy this. I was like, man, I'm pretty sure she had on a bathing suit and whatever.
Trying to get a
but the whole
peek,
time-
y'all.
The whole time I was sitting there, I was like, man, I kind of wanted to stand up, man. I'm like,
Right. Like, man, I wish I was watching Oppenheimer right about now.
Hey.
But you know what I want to say?
Oh.
It's interesting. I think one of the better decisions. I don't have a problem with Mark Webb and what he did with his Spider-Man movies, but you can see a change. I don't know if you want to say more of a fandom. It was from Destin. His last name is Cretton.
Definitely Daniel Cretton.
Yeah, Daniel Cretton. Like with the comic book nods, I don't know. It seems like he's more of a fan than Mark Webb.
mm,
And it was just something about the tone of the movie. But I'll tell you some of my favorite
We talk
moments.
Amazing Spider-Man. We talking the first three Tom Hollands. The first three
Tom
Tom
Hollands,
Hollands
I mean.
was John Watts.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Mark Webb. John Watts. But the John Watts, no problem with John Watts. But in this movie, what I did like, they had a few of them. I think one of my favorite moments, y'all were mentioning Zendaya, the MJ character. And you were talking about when Peter Parker essentially wasted time with keeping his promise.
Mhm.
And then she accidentally, or he accidentally left, or did he, the letter in which she discovered. And she read it, and, she was talking about how, she deserved to know, and he should have told her. And the moment after that is one of my favorite moments in the movie was the quiet moment when they're swinging. It lingers on him just swinging, then it
Very
lingers on
awkward.
her,
right.
and it's just quiet. And
It was awkward, right?
yeah, I think that was a great scene.
And I don't know if you noticed, but in the movie they mute all the sounds of like the street
Yeah.
and people or whatever
Sound
to
design
make
is
it
just-
more awkward. That was
yeah.
great. That was great.
I saw some
Yeah.
shit on I like little meme, whatever. Do y'all think when Jean like took out the whole city, do y'all think that broke the spell? Maybe for those that was like in her lock?
No.
Cause it showed like the little picture on the text was Zendaya on the school rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Also, do y'all think that the DAP at the very end broke Ned's spell?
No.
Yeah, but that's how they ended ambiguously. They just
I'll just
cut
go
to
fuck
black.
myself then. I choose to
Well, like this.
believe
Like
that at
Buffy,
least
right?
Ned remembers.
I think. Oh, go ahead, Rocket.
But I think that's
I
just
think
the point to start a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's like the Inception thing. Is he
Right.
at the end? Is he dreaming or is he not?
Yeah, is it
No.
or isn't it? Is it?
The
Yeah.
way I took it with the Ned thing is this. Look at the title, Brand New Day. I don't think Ned remembers Peter of old, but that handshake is muscle memory. It was
That's
just
what I told
automatic,
Randy.
right?
Yeah.
So remember, when he leaves the apartment,
Y'all just want to
You know, Zendaya tells him, you should tell him he could handle it. Remember, when he leaves, he goes, Peter, be careful.
Yeah.
And what does Ned say?
Yeah,
Peter?
like Spider-Man name is Peter.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when he says, "Hi, I'm Peter," and they do the handshake, it clicks in Ned's head. This is how I took it as,
This is Spider-Man.
this is Spider-Man. Remember, he's
Because
been trying to
he
track
said,
him.
"Hi, I'm Peter."
Yeah.
He told him he was Peter. So
Yeah.
it clicked for him.
Exactly. And it clicked like he did the handshake, so they have something in common. But he's like, Peter. When he said that, it was that he put Spider-Man
And Peter being the same
Peter.
person.
They're the same person. And now, brand new day. Now, that's their old chapter. They're gonna build this relationship from Peter's point. We're gonna start over again.
But
Even though he knows more about them than they do about him. Let's start this over again.
the Peter
And
tracker,
that's where they're going.
the Spider tracker now shows Spider-Man in the abyss. Though, what if he dies and they never get to hang out again?
No, that's a different Spider-Man. So
Mhm.
the universes are
Right.
collapsing into coming into each other. So I'm guessing the Peter tracker don't just track.
On
One.
the text, what we saw, there was an incursion going on the Spider tracker.
What I'm saying is an incursion is happening, and the Spider tracker is not made to track incursions. It's made to track Spider-Man, and that Spider-Man is getting closer and closer, so it's able to track it.
So that was Miles
Yeah.
Morales.
No, that's another Peter Parker getting closer and closer.
Well, nah, because
Dude.
it took him from New York into space. So I think it was Tom Holland going to Battle World.
See, I took it as that, but then my nephew was like, it could be that, but also remember, they've been talking about a different Spider-Man coming into like Doomsday and all that. That could be Toby or Andrew's version as well.
That's how I viewed it. I
could.
viewed it as an incursion getting closer and closer, and the tracker tracking another Spider-Man.
I guess I gotta
Yeah.
watch it again.
Yeah, but like you said, with the Battle World thing, that connects to the Secret War storyline,
Mhm.
and I think that would probably make the most sense with the movies coming up.
Yeah, I don't think
with
Tom Holland is in Doomsday.
No,
Nah,
from what I
he's
know,
definitely
Tom-
in Secret Wars.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Well, I
Jean
think-
Grey is in Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think because they was filming this the same time as they was doing Doomsday. I don't think they were able to do that.
And
Right.
Tom Holland was doing the Odyssey.
Mm. And Zendaya.
And Zendaya.
And John Bernthal.
And John Bernthal. Fucking
So, you know.
cast stack, bruh.
Yeah.
Think about
But-
that. Those three probably going to have 2 movies in the top
2.
3 or 4 here, or top 2 here in the next couple of weeks. So it's crazy.
And the other thing too, because they was like, why would she be doing what she was doing just to look for her sister? Jean Grey just wasn't looking for her sister. She was angry that her sister was taken too. So she also wanted to punish the people who did
Right.
what they did to her sister. So it wasn't I'm just trying to find my sister and save her. She wanted the people who did what they did to her to pay. So she was angry. So some of these things that she was doing was out of the anger for making these people pay for what they did to her,
Yeah.
to her and her sister. And not only that, people are saying, why is she going at Spider-Man that hard? And I think people, I was like, bro, do y'all watch movies or do y'all just skim through it? My Nas version. But like, did y'all not see that the very organization, Damage Control, that Jean has an issue with, the ones that took her sister, she knows these are the people that took her sister. She don't like these people. Spider-Man was manipulated into personally working for that organization.
Right. Yeah.
So my enemy is now, you're part of my enemy, so you're my enemy. That's how
Yeah.
that works.
And also
right?
another story-wise thing is you can see that I liked, and she was intrigued that the first time they met was she couldn't get into his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can see the rest of the movie, she just started messing with him, like when he accidentally set off the web bomb, and then she was the black guy. She was curious about it. She's like, oh, you can't see me now, and she was in his apartment. She got intrigued by him. That's part of the story. Like Mara said, do y'all people understand character progression? Do y'all watch movies?
Writing.
Question
story?
for y'all. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did so at the end of the movie, did she just get stronger so she was able to get in Peter's brain, or did Peter let her in?
Peter let her in.
He let her in.
Okay.
Before he got shot, he let her in.
Yeah.
Right, because when I was watching it, I was like, oh, that could go either way. Either he let her in, right?
But that was the whole thing, though.
Which is dope. Which
Yeah.
is dope in its own thing because that meant that he was physically keeping her out, which is dope. So that's dope. Or it's like she got like Rocket said, she got way stronger by the end of the movie. So it was like one of those things where it's like,
But he did too.
Could she not keep him out? Maybe it was like, you know what I mean?
Like, he got stronger too. He let her in so
Yeah.
Aunt May could talk her down.
Right.
Right. Which I thought was dope. Which
Same.
Which is another. This is another Thunderbolt thing. This is another Supergirl thing where you're not just punching your way to a victory.
Right.
Is now a mental health element to bringing these villains down, which I think is dope. People hated Thunderbolts and they hated Supergirl for the same
Fuck that.
reason, right? So
Thunderbolts is so fire.
Thunderbolts.
Also love how they use
incredible.
Marissa. I love how they were able to bring back Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
How to use her, and that was the perfect way to use her.
And I'm glad that happened because going back to what Merritt said, these knuckleheads, somebody made a whole article. This is gonna be the first movie without Aunt May. Like,
No, it ain't.
This is the first Destin Daniel Cretton movie without Brie Larson.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Just
first.
mercy.
This is the
Just
first Tom
wrong.
Holland Spider-Man movie where he didn't have another hero like guiding him along and shit.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
I don't know if Strange really guided him along, but he was there.
But I think you can view Punisher as the same.
Yeah.
If you can put Doctor Strange there, then you can put Punisher there, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But I do think this is the first time that we saw Peter Parker as an adult listen to somebody else and make his own decisions.
That's a fact.
Normally his decisions was made for him, right?
I want to know going forward, like when he told May at the grave that he ain't got to be alone no more. If that means, I just want to know what it means. I have no idea even where they could go with that shit.
I thought it just meant he got his friends back. Like
That's what
like
that's
to me it's like, oh, I'm no longer trying to do this alone. And before we
Did it
go
for 4 years.
there,
Fuck.
I think it's dope that this played out all the way to the fourth movie. And remember in the very first movie, right? Homecoming, right? He meets Tony Stark, right? When he meets Tony Stark, all he wanted to do was prove himself. And he didn't want to be Peter Parker no more. Remember, he wanted to quit school.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm not, what I'm doing school for? I'm just going to be Spider-Man, right? He didn't want to do nothing else but be Spider-Man, right?
Got his wish.
And I think that thing that was always in his brain, like, I just want to be Spider-Man. I don't want to be Peter Parker no more. And I think they did a really good job of allowing him to just be Spider-Man to see what that looks like. Because remember, he had issues with Robert Downey Jones. Robert Downey
Who
Jr.
the fuck is Robert Downey
But
Jones?
he had issues with him in the second movie, right? In the first and second movie,
In the
because
second movie,
Robert Downey
he was
Jr.
already
wasn't
dead.
listening to him, and he was busy.
The
doing
motherfucker's
other
dead.
stuff.
In the second movie, he was done.
Yeah.
Tony Stark was cooked.
Yeah.
This was the first movie without Happy too.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
inadvertent reference Randy just did. I don't know if he caught it.
But
Did y'all catch it?
I know,
Did
I know.
y'all get the Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, like,
I got
that
it.
motherfucker.
Yes.
but remember even in Iron Man's death, right? He was still everywhere. Like he was, people were remembering him. He kept on leaving them messages. He left him the business. He left him the glasses. All these things. So it was like he was still being guided, right?
Yeah.
And
And that was cool. That was cool homages, like him trying to like create his own AI and build re-up his own shit.
Which I thought that was dope too. That it's like Peter Parker didn't just start from scratch and become this thing. He's like, no, I still learned from Tony Stark. I still learned from Happy. I still learned from Doctor. He still used those things.
Some shit that just clicked to me. The way that the chick tried to talk to him, and he immediately like relocated. That he was they never showed him in this movie in the crib at the very end of No Way Home. So that same shit must have happened. He spent all of those years. If anybody knows Peter Parker, I got to get the fuck away from them ASAP. they immediately get put in danger if they know Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't even telling motherfucker, like, he told Banner his name was Ned. He wasn't telling nobody his name was Peter until he had to talk down Hulk.
And if they actually gave awards for comic book superhero movies, that scene where Zendaya was where Jean Grey was pretending to be MJ, and her making him believe,
they were both
because
killing it.
Man, you know what? The hell with
She
that
made
scene.
the whole audience. She made everybody watching that movie believe that she remembered. Right?
You know, and that's why the hell with that scene, because that scene was making people get a little emotional, and then bam.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
It's a great scene,
that
but
was
the hell
beautiful,
with it,
man.
Every scene, like every Peter Parker scene in this movie had me like very close. Every Peter Parker scene was just sad as fuck because, like, in a morbid kind of way, I wanted to see Peter isolated and sad and down, and I wanted to see how Strange's spell affected him. So, like, even the dap with Ned at the end, like, I almost cried.
Bro, I think, and also, like, we've seen a lot of team ups so far. Spider-Man and Punisher is just great for TV, man.
Yes, it is.
Spider-Man, yo, if they did a Spider-Man and Punisher movie the same way they did Deadpool and Wolverine, if they did a Spider-Man and Deadpool movie, I mean not Deadpool, but if they did that movie, it would make $1 billion too. It would make $1 billion. They're that good together.
This movie's about to make $1 billion by next week. The Tom Holland, John Bernthal chemistry.
Yeah.
And what I like about how Bernthal played the Punisher in this one, like we see him in, Daredevil, Born Again, or the past Daredevil ones, or the One Shot, the language. He's dropping F-bombs, all this other stuff. When he was going to say, mother, the MF word, Spider-Man webbed up his mouth. He also is...
Go home, Frank.
When he told him on the boat, he goes, why you keep wearing that mask? He goes, if I could see my family again, or people that I love, I would take the mask off, and all this. What I love about that is he also realized, yes, this guy's a superhero. He's a man, but he's a young kid. He knows he could, Daredevil is a grown ass man, so he talks to Daredevil like a grown ass man. Yes, he talks to Peter or Spider-Man in this sense as he realizes this guy is a young guy. I'm older than him, but he talks to him as like he doesn't talk down to him like a kid, but he realizes this is a young kid.
He was kicking.
That's why in the hospital. Yeah, that's why in the hospital he's like, you know what? I envisioned you. You're just how I envisioned you. You know what I mean? Like you're a good kid.
Yeah.
But that's
Electro and Andrew Garfield.
That's also part of Peter Parker's maturity, though, where like there is a time if earlier Peter Parker, right? Earlier Tom Holland Peter Parker wouldn't have been able to handle the Punisher, right?
No.
Because Punisher would have said what he said to him, and Peter Parker would have just, he would have bowed down to it, right? This Peter Parker is matured enough that he's not going to just take Punisher's shit. Like, he's going to be like,
they were equals.
we're going to have this conversation, right? Which shows his maturity.
Spider-Man saved his ass on Staten Island.
Right. And who would have thought that the Punisher would actually be... Who would have thought the Punisher would actually be the biggest comic relief in the movie?
That was great. That was great.
Since John Bernthal was a great actor.
I don't know why that stands out. When he was naming the stuff he needed for his inhibitor, you're like, man, I got all that shit.
That was great.
Bomb.
And then,
Bingo.
Like for what? Like for bombs.
Bingo.
For what? For bombs.
Yeah.
They were great, man. And
good chemistry.
I like her.
And then at the end of the movie, when Peter Parker finally wakes up, right? And he's giving Punisher shit for crying, right? Like it's like those little things are like great. I can't believe you're in here crying, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, let me ask y'all this. Man. I got a question for y'all to catch y'all off guard. I don't know. Assuming Randy, haven't thought about this one. So with Brand New Day.
I don't like that you kind of know how my brain works.
So Brand New Day, Randy probably know where I'm going. There's a tie now with individual MCU character movies. So now Spider-Man and Thor has the most individual.
Okay.
Okay, between the Thor 4 movies and the Spider-Man 4 movies, which 4 are better?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Thor Love and Thunder. That's why I'm glad Nick ain't here for 1 second, because Thor Love and Thunder is the worst MCU movie.
I wish Nick was here for
Of
this
all
combo.
38.
Yeah, that's
Spider-Man has the better movies. Spider-Man
easily.
Technically, Captain America got 4.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But my argument with that is, as much as
Go
I
argue
love,
with your mama. It's called Captain America.
as much as I love Civil War,
Another black-led movie that got done dirty.
yeah. As much as I
That
like
movie could have
Civil
been
War,
better though. It wasn't
Civil
bad.
War.
Oh,
but
man,
it
I
could've been
like
better.
Brave New World, man.
It's not bad, but it
It's not bad, but yeah, it's not one of the best ones.
It's still Captain America 4.
The
Yeah,
problem
I
with
can
that
say
movie, the problem with that movie is Marvel got scared to address the things they needed to address with him being the new black Captain America.
which they
That's
touched
the-
on in the TV show more than anything.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
still should have brought it up in that.
It should have
movie.
been a huge part of
Right.
that
Let me
movie.
see.
I think that
See,
Marvel, they have white writers, they have white, and I
Yeah.
think that when you have that, you get a little scared to some things become a little touched. Where if it was just a Ryan Coogler thing,
Mr.
he would
Feige,
touch
can I
whatever
write
and
the
it wouldn't
N-word?
matter.
What's that?
Huh?
So, Mr. Feige, can I write the N-word?
Yeah,
So
basically.
if
But no, I
there's
guess
38
that's
movies,
fair enough.
there's 38 movies, and on my list, I have
Damn,
3
that's
Thor
insane.
movies in the bottom 10. And I really like the first Thor.
Yeah, just they think with the first Thor, it's just a by comparison thing. It's not a bad movie.
My lowest ranked Spider-Man movie is Far From Home at 23, and I still give that a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, that's saying.
I didn't hate the second Thor movie either. I
Nah.
didn't hate it.
Nah,
And-
it was.
And the third one was really good,
I might have to put.
but that fourth one was bad, bro.
Yeah, it was.
I might have to bump The Dark World.
Like Eric had a question. I got one for you guys. Out of now, the 11 Spider-Man movies we've gotten, as of now, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of people that, they see it, a movie, they're like, this is the greatest thing ever, or this is a masterpiece, or this, like,
Social media.
The Odyssey. People ask me about the Nolan thing, like Randy and I talked about it last time. I still have certain movies above it, but I gotta rewatch it again. Like, you have to take it in. It's so big. You have to take it in.
Pause.
Man, that sounded terrible.
That's
But at the end of the day-
crazy for real.
At the end of the day, this is one. Look, we've been waiting 5 years for this movie, right? And I think that's what makes it great. It's they didn't rush another one out. Randy, you all right over there? So
He's an idiot.
So it's the wanting of this movie, and you waiting for it. Yeah, that sounds good. So
I'm sorry, you reminded me of something that I was in a 7-Eleven. This dude yelled out, he's getting a hot dog. He's like, hey, where the buns at, man? He yelled pause. The whole store was cracking up. I'm sorry. We just interrupted Sean. Sorry.
my whole thing about it is man, I forgot the fucking.
It's so big. Your whole thing about it is it's so big.
Yeah, you talk about that series.
So, okay, so like, where would you put this out of all the 11 Spider-Man movies? And people like
This
11.
movie?
Yeah, remember the Spider-Verse ones or Spider-Man movies.
I'm about to
like,
say 11. You counting? Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So where would you fit this?
Oh,
like, right?
We
That's
counting
what
the
I'm
Miles
saying.
Morales?
I
Yeah.
count
Yeah,
Infinity
that's
War
what
too.
I'm saying.
Hey,
Hey,
That's what I'm
That's it.
saying.
I think he's in Infinity War enough to put that shit in there too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, out of all of them, because technically, remember, Spider-Verse, there's a, Peter A. Parker is the official, technically Spider-Man. Then you got to go down.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's 11 of them. Where do you put this? People are like, this is the best one. I think this is I don't know if it's the best Tom Holland one, but
Recency
I gotta
bias.
watch it again. I have to.
I think for me, man, that's a good question with the Spider-Verse movies in there.
If I can
Yeah.
start-
because movies makes it crazy.
If I can
Yeah.
start,
because, yes,
I have it 7th on my Spider-Man list.
Mm.
Tom Holland centric. Not counting Infinity War, I have it right after No Way Home, second. With Infinity War, I put it third. A little above Homecoming.
Which is crazy because honestly, I think Homecoming has the best overall of the Tom Holland. I think Homecoming has the best overall villain. I thought Vulture was incredible.
Yeah, man, we are gonna have way different choices because I got one. Yeah,
mine is as of right now. This one is fifth, but like I said, I want to rewatch it again. I gotta rewatch it again. I got Spider-Man 2, Tobey Spider-Man 2 up there. I got the 2 Spider-Verse up there.
Yeah,
I got the Spider-Verse over Spider-Man 2 though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right, so
I got a
and you can't argue with that. That's the thing.
Then I got No Way Home,
man.
And this one, like right there, like that's where I'm struggling. That's why I want to watch it again because from what I'm hearing, people who have already seen it 2 or 3 times, which is crazy, say the second and third time they rewatched it, it seems like it's gotten better. Which to me, I feel like when you rewatch like let's say The Odyssey, people saying it's better than Oppenheimer, that I gotta watch it again. Better than Interstellar or better than Inception or that. It's at the end of the day, I gotta watch it. It's so epic that you're gonna miss things. I feel like this had so much going on. It was great. I want to watch it again because I feel like when you rewatch stuff, you could take it. You already know what happened. So now you're looking at the little things that enhances that viewing a second time or a third time. So that's why I want to watch this again.
That was part of the thing that I was saying earlier that I have a problem with. We're not allowed as fans anymore to go into movies with a clean slate and come out with just what they gave us and making our decisions. If you're going into Spider-Man movie, expecting Daredevil to be jumping out to fight the Hand and expecting this and that, and this character's going to be in it, and I think Iron Man is going to come from the skies. If you're going into a Spider-Man movie expecting that, because that's what you were told, and then you go watch a movie and none of these things happen, then your expectation takes away from a movie that didn't need to be taken away from.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't fault the movies for not for these assumptions that you make. But also, to be fair, Marvel Studios has kind of conditioned us.
Yes.
Just a little, to be fair. But we can't fault. You got to be straight down the middle.
First of all,
oh man, I think I saw a baby turtle in the corner. I think the Ninja Turtles team up with the Avengers.
And then when they're not in it, I thought the Ninja Turtles was going to be in it, so I gave it a 3 instead of a 5.
That's how silly it gets. You can't,
First of all, we got to start getting final thoughts in. To piggyback off what Rocket was talking about, I think that's the Destin Daniel Cretton of the shit. I don't think Shang-Chi gets enough credit for how fire that one is, especially on rewatches. And the attention to detail, I go back to work next week, and I'm definitely hitting this shit again at least one more time.
Yeah.
But it's Shang-Chi on rewatch gets better too.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And also, you mentioned Daniel Destin Cretton. I'm not saying this is who he is, but look at the journey as a director Ryan Coogler took. I think Ryan Coogler is one of my top 5 directors right now.
Yeah.
Daniel Destin Cretton, take away the Marvel stuff. Remember,
he's got some good indie shit.
He did Just Mercy with Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Not only that, then he's done Shang-Chi, Wonder Man, and now this as his last 3 projects. What I love about it is he paid homage to the John Watts Spider-Man, the first trilogy, and he piggybacked off that. It's like we play sports. I relate it as a coach who has a team who was down in the dumps, and that coach brought the team to, say, the playoffs or just short of the championship. You replace that coach, and now he exceeds. I feel like Daniel Destin Cretton is going to do what John Watts did a great job, started putting that foundation, starting with and laying that foundation. I think I would love to see a trilogy with Holland and him, 2 more movies out of this.
Well, you getting that, so
and going forward. So that's my hope, and that's why I love. As much as I would want a Shang-Chi 2, I don't think he's going to be able to direct it. because he has that Naruto movie coming out. And then I think Marvel's going to try to lock him up to do these other 2 Spider-Man movies. I can see him being an executive producer of Shang-Chi 2. But, I feel bad for Simu Liu. That's what I feel bad for. But at the end of the day, I mean, the way this movie's going to blow up and the money it's going to make, there's no way they're not going to be like, Daniel, you're doing 2, this next one.
Sony need to let me hold something.
And at least they're going to lock him up for at least, hopefully, this new trilogy. And I think this new trilogy is going to be the end of the Tom Holland Spider-Man era.
Eric, final thoughts?
Well,
that's a good thought.
Mary?
No, it's an excellent movie. Brand New Day. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do.
I was about to say, wait for what?
No, with this new. No, basically what Sean was saying. If they're gonna let him get Destin, if they're gonna let him get another movie, because he seemed to have some ideas.
Well, they said
this movie,
I think they've already announced that it's going to be a trilogy. There's going to be 3 of
right,
these,
and
so.
deservedly so. But as I wrote in my little mini review, I'll say this: I can't wait for Avengers Doomsday. It has his work cut out for it.
Yeah, it does.
It has to be really good.
So,
and also,
and not just because of this either.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This just putting extra weight on it.
Yeah, that trailer laid the groundwork.
Even before this movie. But also...
we didn't talk about the Doomsday trailer, I don't think.
Nah.
But we ain't got no time now.
But actually, I didn't get it. Or you talking about the one before, not before Brand New Day, but...
I'm just talking about the Doomsday trailer in general. But,
just in general. Yeah, we didn't talk about it. But yeah, also, Florence Pugh... Like, man, she's gonna have a good year and a good day at the end of the year.
Pew pew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People forgetting Dune 3 and Doomsday.
And Zendaya.
And
Robert Pattinson.
But Zendaya is also a little trivia about Zendaya. Zendaya has no flops in her career.
No.
From budget to gross ratio, Zendaya has no flops.
And Zendaya can also argue that she has one of the best start to finish. It started strong, it ended strong. Shows ever existing in Euphoria. It's that good for real. It's that good.
Euphoria? You must be in Euphoria on drugs. You saying that dumb shit.
You didn't like Euphoria?
We're not getting into this.
I was about to say that.
Whether or not.
No, I haven't seen the last season to say that. But
drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm not getting these motherfuckers debating about some Euphoria because we got 2 minutes left before I lose the whole record.
Oh, wow.
So, in 2 weeks, we'll be back. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll talk about something.
It's going to be
everything.
It's right. Yo, they laugh when hearing ya. I've been nice with the flow since the cafeteria. They either boo or they cheering ya. Mass hysteria. Dudes got class, but girls got they period. Michael Myers out here killing shit and getting my steps in. I got brothers, but I promise you I ain't never had a best friend. Now it's time to learn a lesson. When those that are close twitch, just expect a confession. Being down bad always make people reveal their identity. It's always one battle after another, and I'm just trying to chase infinity. Head over heels, unaware of how much she been ran through. Positivity with the attitude, she always been can do. Hoe ass dudes can quote me, they don't even know me. Randy been a badass, shout out to Joey. Randy been a badass, shout out to Billy Gunn. They look in the mirror and realize they really done. And chill till the next episode.